Really honored, and I've used that word multiple times. If only we as Muslims could quote the Qur'an with such eloquence and ease that you have done for us today, and use that every day as a reminder of what our purpose is, what our goals are, where we belong, how we should be as Muslims, how we should be as citizens of the world. Inshallah, I pray that all of us gain that eloquence and connection with the Holy Qur'an that you have shared with us and demonstrated to us today. For certainly we have so much progress we need to make as individual Muslims to reach these goals by primarily connecting with our holy book and understanding this message and being able to speak it with such ease and such knowledge. When I reflect on what you shared with us today, you mentioned a hadith which I have found so remarkable, and I want to emphasize it again, and that is that the body, it rallies to itself when it has a fever, right? Or when it's ill with fever and sleeplessness. This is the natural course of the human creation, the body. And likewise, the brothers and sisters of Islam should be rallying to each other with that same fever and sleeplessness. What an image. What a beautiful image for all of us, that we should be awakened to take action, like the fever does for the body, like the sleeplessness does for the body. We should be rallying with that same fervor and energy until the body is healed. You know, I want to also point out something which you mentioned, which all of us should pay more attention to, and that is our history that you've so importantly pointed out to us here in America. The history of slavery and its fallout that still exists today. Slavery is not done. Racism still exists. The suffering that African Americans are still imposed with is still present today. If any of you don't believe that, you should watch the film American Violent, which talks about this whole setup of plea bargainings and how that affects people's lives. So even innocent people can be taken in what are called sweeps, right? And they're brought into the jail and they're said, here, you got to plea even though you haven't done anything. And guess what happens when these people make plea bargains? They lose their benefits. They lose the support. They lose their opportunities for jobs. So it's a perpetual cycle of slavery and oppression. We have to be aware that that exists. We should know about it. We should take action. And more importantly, thank you for pointing out again that we must use mercy as our primary tool in responding to all the troubles and tribulations of life upon this earth, trusting that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is definitely the one who will give us final justice.